Hi guys, Ren here and welcome to the workshop. Today I'm going to talk about my latest addition to my S-Works Range road bike, and it's perhaps not of the upgrades that I do most often because I'm not really a weight weenie. As you can see, I have a pair of new bottle cages on there which look pretty cool indeed. But what is so special about them? Now when it comes to bottles and cages, I'm really quite particular with my choices because I hate losing my hydration in a race or on a ride because it can really ruin your result. So I've been sticking to these two bottle cages. I really like the MV cages. They have nice entry points from both sides and from the top. Quite good hold, not super strong, but for a road bike it's good enough. I fortified it with a bit of grip tape when I went on using the Elite fly bottles because those are quite slippery on the surface and never had a problem. Then another one of my favorites is the Rundle Mandible. Now this is something what you want when you need a super strong hold, which these cages certainly do provide. Both of these are quite expensive options, but they're not super light. They're in the region of 25 to 30 grams each, so not really something for the weight weenie crowds. But until this point, my priority was hold and function, not really all out weight. As you know, I don't really pay too much attention to weight, or well, I use lightweight parts that don't compromise on function. So that's also what I've done when choosing my bottle cages. But then I got contacted by the guys from CarbonWorks, which make this piece, and it's actually quite stunning, to be honest. I've already known about this part, but never really got to using it. It's their wonderful 8-gram tubular bottle cage. So as you imagine, it's quite ridiculous to even hold onto it. It has a very interesting construction. So this lower piece is a molded piece of carbon, like a blade. The upper part is the same, a bit of a joining link. And then the majority is just basically two continuous carbon tubes, which make for a super light construction. When you're actually holding it like this, there's not much structure into it. Doesn't appear to be very stiff. It's because this is designed to be mounted to a bike. So yes, these cages, they are more traditional, have enough stiffness to hold the cage on their own, which, if you think about it, doesn't make too much sense because you put them on the bike frame anyway. So the way this tubular model works is that it gains stiffness, well, from the bolts and the frame itself, so it acts as a brace. So you don't need this whole part of carbon, and you can use a lot less material for the same strength. Now, with these lightweight parts, I don't usually choose them because I'm a bit skeptical about their durability, and I really hate compromising a gain of light weight for a loss in function or aerodynamics. That's why my bike setups look like they do. But I've been testing these cages for a couple of months now. Smooth roads, rough roads, even a bit of off-roading. And I have to say I'm very, very satisfied with how they perform. Because the compromise I mentioned with the low weight just isn't there. They work and they're perfectly functional. I never lost the cage. The hold is very similar to the MVs, so it's kind of from a range of 1 to 10. I think it's around 6, or maybe even slightly better than or stronger than the MVs, so more like 7, with the mandible being a 9. So that's definitely good enough for all kinds of, well, general use. The bottles fit nicely. They're easy to take off and on. Of course, because of design, you don't have side entry, but in this frame, it's not really a problem. On my Epic, it would be a bit crowded, but it fits perfectly here. They also look super clean, and I think because there's not really much material in there, if you don't have a bottle in the cage, which might be a case for winter or autumn, winter we're approaching, or colder weather, then I think it doesn't cause as much drag either, because, well, there's not much to disturb the lines of the frame otherwise. So, and I really like a super minimalist look. It also has a bit of a plastic grippy coating on the tube, which I think contributes to the hold on the bottle, and should add some durability. If you are a super weight weenie like me, you can also get the 4-gram version, which doesn't have this coating, but I think that's more for show bikes and for the ultimate lightweight sensation. I want more of a general usability, so the 8-gram version works just fine for me, or even more than fine, I would say. So, is it worth to go weight weenie with these bottle cages? Normally I would say no with other parts, but with these, it's actually a quite sensible choice, because price-wise, they're in the same ballpark as other high-end options. They work just as well, should be just as durable, and they're much lighter. So overall on the bike, it's perhaps not a big loss of weight. So we're talking about 16 grams for the two of these versus 50 grams for the two of these. But it is something, and if you add on a couple of these choices throughout the bike, 3 or 4, then you have a bit of a marginal gain, with, as I said, no loss in practicality or usability. So nice little upgrade, I'm very happy for it, looks cool. So looking forward to using them more, and perhaps bring you an update on them if I get a bit more kilometers riding with them. For now, it's all, so thanks for watching. If you want to know more about the bikes and the kit that I use, then don't forget to tune into the channel and subscribe, and see you next time.